All right, Scarlet Witch, enough of this. Enough whispering, run, behind my shoulder already. I hear this in both ears, and I'm saying no.
That is my attempt at ASMR. But thank you again for joining us here on Support Local Film. It is a happy Wednesday. I am here with Hunter. Hunter, please take it away.
Take it away is what I'll do from you every time. Julia, it's so good to be here with you today. We have some fun news. We have some tickets potentially to Film on the Rocks, and we have a little competition that we're gonna pull. So Film on the Rocks, but there's a few shows left over. So if you can answer a very, very good trivia question, you may get this prize: 2 tickets to a Film on the Rocks show. But you have to respond. You cannot be on this podcast, but you have to respond in my own personal Instagram. You have to respond to me because that'll be the quickest way you get it. You have to answer this question: who was a special guest at the premiere of George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead? There was a very special guest, a surprise guest there. And if you can guess who that was, you will win 2 tickets to Film on the Rocks. This contest will close after 24 hours. So Thursday, 9 a.m. tomorrow, this will no longer be redeemable. If you don't answer by then, who was the special guest at George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead premiere, you will not get these tickets by 9 a.m. Thursday. You
will buy the tickets. Actually, they are bought.
Yeah, they're actually, you know what? I do have 2 spares. So yeah, we're good.
We're good. There is tickets. There is an award, guys. We're not BSing here.
Yeah, I'm not fucking around.
Well, yeah. So that's fun. Okay. We have a very special guest who can't participate in the amazing contest that we just announced.
But I bet she could answer the question if we gave her the chance.
I bet we could. I don't know. Should we see if she can answer?
No.
No. Everyone welcome the amazing Dia Klein.
Oh my God. Thank you guys.
Of course.
I'm amazing. It's true.
It is true. We actually think that we cannot do you justice by doing your resume for you. So why don't you tell us all the amazing things about you?
Oh, I like that shortcut cheat sheet. I know how that works. Someone didn't do their homework. All right, fine. The long and short of it is this. 4 years ago, I said, I'm going to get back into film. So 4 years ago, I did an audition and I landed a TV pilot. And from that one pilot, all these things have branched off. So I've done a TV pilot, I've done commercials, I've done film and short film, I've done plays. My favorite play, bucket list play, Vagina Monologues. If I could perform that every month, I would. It's amazing.
Will you do it at the end of this podcast for us?
Yeah, I do 2.
Bonus.
I do
bonus
2
episode.
monologues.
We'll pick a favorite.
And yeah, so now I currently have a VO agent, voiceover agent, and I have an on-camera agent, and I'm just working my tuchus off.
Well, you're working your tuchus off here in Colorado. That's the important part.
Yes.
And you not only do you branch out, you get to other states, but you're a working actor here. You make it work, baby.
Yeah, I am so in love with what you guys are doing in creating this strong Colorado film community, because we're here, we exist, we have all the goods. So why not do it? We need more theatrical productions coming. We've got a very strong commercial world here in Denver, and we just need more big films, and we need more people like you spreading the voice and the word and getting out there and making the stuff.
Well, that's something that we've really been challenged to do, because this is a series on female directors, writers, producers, all here in Colorado. And we want to get their perspective on how to make things stronger and fix some of the problems that might happen if you're listening to only specific guys with their ball caps put on backwards.
It's like going on Match.com. Nope. Oh, God, look. Is he going to climb a mountain with his dog? Oh, look. Is he on a Jeep with his head with his hat backwards and his sunglasses around his neck. Fun.
Who could we possibly be talking about?
I wonder, Hunter. I wonder.
Hey, I wear my ball cap facing forward.
good.
Thank you.
When his gel isn't in his hair.
It's about the hair, baby.
It's a good hair.
It's
good
about
hair.
the hair.
It's good hair.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's part of the look. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you have been around as far as film and 48-hour festivals.
Yep.
You've been in commercials, a really, really cool commercial. She happens to be one of my lovely co-stars. in
That's
Homecoming,
right.
And told me all about the very fun cat commercial that we actually have a clip of.
What?
No way.
Yeah.
Are we going to share it?
Shall we share the crazy
Yeah.
cat lady commercial?
Yeah, they were like, cat lady. I was like, yes.
Yes.
Quick.
See, this is why we love you. You just got to take pride in everything.
Some executive in like Poughkeepsie, where like the cat litter is made, was like, paging my assistant. Find me the craziest cat lady.
I'll tell what you can show it. Then I'll tell you some behind the scenes gossip.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do it. I guess that means we're going to show it like right now. Yeah. Oh, it's playing. Oh.
No one knows your pet like you do. And when it comes to keeping them safe from fleas and ticks, you know Pet Armor Plus protects them for less. Pet Armor Plus. Compare and save.
Wow, Didier, you're just so talented dealing with all the cat issues.
Oh,
and
that was so traumatic. That was so traumatic. You know, they say never work with children and pets.
Mm-hmm.
That's a truth one should follow. And yet I work with children and pets.
Well, we'll get to the part about the children because you found a unique way of getting rid of them.
Yeah, it's true that.
But so
Yes.
tell us about making a cat commercial. What is that like?
It was insane. I did not understand the scope until I arrived. This was huge. This is a huge production. They flew in 2 cats and a dog from LA with 3 trainers. And these are trained cats, and they had to train the cat for each of the segments that you see. So it's not just like the cat shows up and is like, I know what to do, right? It's like, okay, we're going to click the cat and bait the cat and then get him to do this one
Bake the cat.
bait.
Okay.
Like, here's your treat, we're baiting you. Like, here you go,
Gotcha.
come here, click, click, and you get the bait. And the rules associated with a trained animal are insane. So the cat, when the cat was out of the cage, you couldn't make noises or large movements because you could break the cat. You could, and I was like, oh, I am not going to be responsible for breaking the cat on this gigantic production. That's not going to be me.
Oh my goodness.
So I got real nervous about like when the cat's out of the cage. Okay, do you act? I'm like, I don't want to break the cat. I don't want to break the cat. And so that was impediment number 1, was trying not to break the cat.
Don't
and
break
then
the cat.
And then the whole crew, they would like forget, and the trainers would capture the cat. And then I need quiet, and they put it back in the cage. Are you done? Can I bring the cat out again? I mean, it was like intense. It was like, and I'm just standing there schwitzing in my linen, like, as long as it's not me.
So compared to like being an evil cult mother,
Oh,
and
this was
which is worse?
being a cat lady. Being a cat lady is worse. It's infinitely worse. And the other problem with this, so like they pay you money and you're like, you can do whatever you want. You paid me money. And what they wanted to do was make me look PTA, make me look cat lady. And they
succeeded.
I do not look like this, but that's how I look. And when I arrived, the hair and makeup woman, who's wonderful, she starts combing out my hair. I have curly hair. And I was just like, one does not comb curly hair.
No.
And then the outfits, they were constantly concerned with the boobage. I got sent back to hair and wardrobe 8 times because Video Village was probably like, let's do something different with the hair. Do something different with the boobs. We don't like that. 8 times. Conversely, the dog lady, because there was the other lead, she was the dog lady. Beautiful, young, tall, skinny, long-haired, athletic girl. Not once We need to do something about her outfit. No, it was all me. And I just, at the point I was, okay, I'll be back. I'm going to go to boobify myself. I don't know how we're doing that, but okay.
I just think it's ironic that we're over here in a very small market with film. We're just desperate to get actors with makeup artists, you know, and to be consistent between each scene, Hunter. And
oh, that's cute coming from you, Julia.
Hey, you know what? I'm the one who's like, continuity.
Continuity is key, baby.
And over here, there's a pet commercial. That's 16 seconds.
Yeah, and that's only one, like, because there were stills. They did seamless. There's a whole other world that hasn't been released.
Because she's the pet armor baby lady.
She's the pet armor
I'm the
baby.
pet armor kit lady. And that was a weird audition.
Yeah,
they're like, do an audition with your cat. And I was like, my cat's not going to do a commercial. You think I'm going to bring my cat on set? Like, I couldn't understand. Like, why are you having me audition with my cat? And then they were like, well, the good news is we want you. The bad news is we don't want the cat. And I was like, well, no, duh. Who would want an untrained cat in a cat commercial? Just going to, like, hide. So that was an interesting process.
I bet.
So Dia, that's the problems with pets. Now let's work with the other groups that we should never bring on set.
Never.
I mean, I love some children on set.
I like my kid. That's it.
Your kid's in their 20s.
Yep. Preach. Children are fine. I don't know. They're not my favorite.
Dia Klein, everyone. That is the episode for this week. Thank you so much for joining us.
Put me in your film. I work with children. But see, kids love me. That's the burn on this.
Yeah.
They
Chloe and
love me.
Chloe
They flock to me because I'm funny and goofy and mess around, and they just are like drawn to me. And I'm like, why are you touching me?
Chloe freaking adores you.
She's so sweet.
She is so sweet.
She's so sweet.
Let's give these people some background. So, if you're not familiar, we're making a spooky little film called Homecoming. It'll be coming out this time this year, and Dia Klein plays the fun little cult Mother Joyce.
Mother Joyce.
And she gets to say things in a little slivery, little snaky way, and she cuts up children in little fun ways too. So, I guess what we're really coming on is all the fun we had on set. What's your favorite part?
I was thinking of this driving to this podcast, and I was assuming this question would be asked, so thank you for throwing it my way. My favorite time on set was our last shoot.
Oh, gosh.
No way.
It was the last one, yeah? Huh?
Okay,
That one?
it was not comfortable.
No, it wasn't.
It was very cold. I didn't, like, enjoy the time there. But what was so fun about this shoot was...
Oh, don't be afraid to spoil just a little bit of fun.
Just a little, but not much.
I'm doing some murderous things.
It's a horror film. Someone's
gonna
get hurt.
die.
That's true.
When
That's
people
true.
ask me what I do, I say it's like jabby stabby.
Jabby stabby. That's what she does.
Jabby stabby.
So she's doing
Dia
the
the
jabby
jabby stabber.
stabby.
But what I loved so much about this whole sequence, from the special effects to the roaming around of the floor of the forest, was it didn't degrade to a level. It got to a level where Hunter was like talking and doing like conversations, and we're just continuing to roll, and I'm crawling on the ground, and I'm chasing after Rosie, and it's just like, and we're like, do you think Hunter wants this? And we're like, yeah, just do it.
I was going to let you go there because...
You trusted us. That was amazing. You knew what was happening. You saw what was going on. You were just like, I'm having this other conversation, and we're just like, let's just go guerrilla filming. We just did it.
That's what I like about it. And I looked at the footage later, and I was like, yeah, that's what I wanted. The only thing I was really worried about was Rosie.
Oh, she was genuinely traumatized afterwards too. Like
she was
needed a
well,
minute.
she was cold.
She was cold. You know what was funny that morning is we all cuddled up on a blanket.
Yes,
and I loved that
cargo blanket.
It was.
From my car.
I think my favorite part was like, we've talked about this before. Hard production days lead to really great bonding.
Yes, I have a picture of that moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a really fun moment.
Yeah, it's a cute little picture with all of you under the blanket.
Yeah, and hundreds.
No, I wore my wool linens. I was
Nice,
fine.
nice.
But later that day, when Rosie was going because every take after you would go biting and slobbering off to her
Yes.
and just like shaking her on the cold,
Yes.
wet ground.
And I'm like, if I accidentally tongued you on your arm, that is my bad. I'm trying to bite you, and if the tongue action is happening, it is completely not voluntary. Apologies.
You never know what's going to happen in scenes like that. You really you can't expect much.
You know what I'm really excited for? Someone left the podcast. They were watching the video, or they had it on when we were talking about the cat stuff. They went to the bathroom. Now we're back.
Yeah, and they're like, what?
What?
What commercial? What commercial is that? That's not a real product.
If it is, I want to know where.
Yeah, I want to know where.
Can I get it at Petco?
Does the FDA know about this?
Were animal trials? No, children trials. Children trials.
So, Gia, tell us about becoming a Denver actor. How does someone make it work out here?
The job boards, the Facebook groups.
The Facebook group.
The Facebook groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's truly huge. Like I said, I have an agent, and my agent brings me commercial stuff. I don't know, whatever. I've done like 20 projects in the past several years. Those are not from my agent. Those are from me every day on the job boards, probably 11 o'clock at night, on casting groups, seeing something and sending stuff out. Mm-hmm. So it's a full-time job, mm-hmm. and it's networking. Right. Yep. So I did a TV pilot 4 years ago, and that one opportunity has branched off into 20.
Yeah.
Right. So it's whatever you do isn't just what you're doing, because that's going to breed into all the things you want to do and opportunities that will come your way. So strong networking with filmmakers, with writers, with actors, mm-hmm. and joining groups like WIFMCO, and joining any kind of group that's active in the community. But man, nothing beats stalking those Facebook casting groups.
It's so true. Yeah, and as an actor, I can speak for this. I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about, finding those ads, and then the worry of like if they're legit.
Oh my God.
And I know you've had a struggle with this before,
mm-hmm.
a very, very heartbreaking struggle.
Oh my God. So
without naming names.
Oh no, we have to, can't we? Because that's the fun part of it.
No, let's do it. Come on.
If it becomes,
you can bleep it.
We'll bleep them out, but we'll have the fun.
You'll know.
We'll know.
If you want to be in the fun, you got to be here.
You got to be here. This is where the magic happens.
This is where the magic. Okay, tell us, Dia. Tell us about the heartbreak.
So yes, when you're on these Facebook groups and opportunities come up, half of you is like, that would be amazing. And the other half of you is saying like, am I going to die in someone's basement?
We've all asked that.
And it's weighing the risk factors. And so this opportunity came up for a Christmas movie, Hallmark Christmas movie project. And as a Jew, it might be surprising to know that I'm in love with Hallmark Christmas movies. It's a thing. It's a point against my personality, whatever. It's a thing. I like it. And my goal is to be in a Hallmark Christmas movie. So this project came up and on a Facebook group. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is probably some guy in his camera doing a Christmas movie in Utah. I'm going to audition, because audition is work. That's my job. My job is to audition and do the best I can. So I half-assed that audition. I didn't do very well.
You did it for me, and you got the job, kid.
I was just like, I'm never going to get this part. So I did the audition, and they called me back, and they had me read again, and they had me read again. And then they started asking my availability, and I was like, oh, cool. But then I'm still thinking, what is this production? And I didn't talk to my agent about it. It's just because it's a Facebook job. Yeah. Come on. And then they asked me the worst question ever. They asked me if I was a local hire. So because I'm an idiot, and because I did not talk to my agent, and because I thought I knew what that meant, because I thought it meant,
you make
like, I know, I thought it meant like tax ramifications, like I don't live in Utah. I live in Colorado. You'd have to pay Colorado tax. Like I said, I am so sorry. Thank you for checking my availability. I do live in Colorado, so I would need to come to Utah, but I live in, like, I just was like an idiot. Radio silence. It's gone. So then I decide to talk to my agent. I'm like, I had this weird opportunity. And I explained it to her, and she goes, Dia, that's not what local hire means. What does local hire mean? She goes, that you're willing to transport yourself to the set and pay for your room and board while there, because usually the salary offsets that. And I was like, oh, I would have done that. And she goes, where was this? And I go, Utah. She goes, yeah, that's where Hallmark films. And then she said, what's the name of the film? And I gave it to her. And there it was on Netflix or Amazon, right? Like, there it was. Can I say?
Go ahead.
So it's called Mistletoe Mishap with Joey Lawrence. And they wanted me to play his mother. I'm 4 years older than Joey Lawrence.
You see, that's the problem I have. You can't make that happen. You dodged a bullet.
I dodged a bullet, but that would have been a really great IMDb credit.
Yeah.
And I would have had my SAG card
And a bucket list.
Yeah,
In a
check.
bucket list.
Checked.
You could have. Okay, here's my counter offer for you. One day we'll make a Christmas horror movie.
Oh my God, yes.
And I'll let you kill Joey Lawrence in it.
Yes.
There you go.
If we can't get Joey Lawrence, we'll get a standee of Joey Lawrence. I'm coming for you,
Yeah.
Joey.
Whoa.
We
So-
need you in Colorado, Joey, like
Yes.
right now.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm hopeful that, well, and then I watched the film. Whatever.
How old does the mom look compared to Joey Lawrence?
10 years older. So, but here's, and I'm not talking smack, but I'm going to talk a little smack.
Yeah.
The woman
Spill
they
the tea.
hired
Spill it.
was just like white bread. Like the role was just like, and I'm like, okay, either she made it or the role itself was, but it was like, I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, that was a bullet dodged. Oh, but then I'm thinking how I would have made that scene differently, and then how I would have made that other scene differently, and how I would have showed up differently. But I just will go on record as saying they hired the wrong person, and then perhaps Joey's going to make another Christmas film, and he's like, get the other woman who wasn't local hire and pay her.
Get the Jewish Christmas.
Get the Jewish Christmas. We need which I think they liked me because of my facial expressions and the Italian-y kind of look that I have, which kind of goes with the Joey Lawrence thing. So I would have been believable, and she was not believable as his mother. Whatever.
That's okay.
All right, you
we
know
got
what?
you. We know you bring the special sauce.
I bring the special sauce.
That's what makes you such a great villain. So that's why we also came up with a special.
Oh, a
little
villain
thing.
game?
It's game time.
Yes.
This one's special. It's called The Baddies. So this one is all about classic baddies all throughout film history.
Louise Fletcher.
There'll be some in there. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. So these are all about something you know really well. Baddies. You know.
Don't kick me off, for God's sakes.
We haven't gotten to that part yet.
Okay.
Question A. In order to play Kylo Ren, Adam Driver
Yes.
had to say no to some other famous villain roles.
Oh.
Which movie franchise did Adam Driver say no to be our favorite Star Wars villain? Is it A, Lex Luthor in Batman v Superman? Is it B, Thanos in The Avengers? C, Michael Myers in a reboot of Halloween? Or D, the dinosaur in Jurassic World?
Clearly it's A.
It is A. Yes, you're right. They had Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but their original choice was Adam Driver. They wanted him to shave his head and be Lex Luthor.
He didn't want to do a Millie Bobby Brown.
No, he did not want to do a Millie Bobby
hard.
Brown. It's a tough look. It's hard to pull
It's
off.
not easy, but you know what? You can pull it off if you try.
I don't think I could pull it off. But Dia, I'm so glad you aced that first question because if you fail this quiz, we kick you off the podcast, and then it becomes me and Julia talking about what you need to be successful as an actress in Colorado. And Julia knows some solid stuff, but does she have the years of great union experience and being the toughest lady in all of Colorado? No.
Where's my Google? Can I Google a friend instead of call a friend?
Well, you do have Julie as your phone a friend.
I mean, I do have my laptop right here, but that's just too easy.
Yeah, just don't sleep on Julia here.
Okay.
Question B. We all know Kathy Bates from her iconic performance as
Misery.
Annie Wilkes in Misery. But her amazing performance almost didn't happen because the number one choice almost said yes. Who was the first choice to play Annie Wilkes? Was it A, Anne Hathaway, B, Bette Midler, C, Julie Andrews, or D, Laura Dern?
I think I know the answer.
Wow. Well, the only obvious answer is Bette Midler, but that would have been frickin' amazing. You're the
Laura
wind
Dern.
beneath my wings. Happy man. Smash, smash, smash. She's a Jew. See, Jews don't do serial killers. It's just tough.
No.
It's just tough.
It's
But
not-
they would be great serial killers.
Yeah, right?
because They're
Like-
so like gun ho, like
Yeah, it's like I'm the best at what I do, so watch
Yeah.
me do this.
Way to characterize all
Thank
Jewish
you.
people,
I know, right?
Julia.
Well, you know what?
You know who would be great at murdering people?
Jews.
Jews.
They can commit.
No, it's more their character. Okay.
Good with money, good with murder. That's what I always say.
They know how to sharpen a knife.
Okay, for the record, I'm a huge fan of Jews.
L'chaim.
So
Mazel tov.
Wait a
Mazel
minute.
tov.
Way to save yourself.
I really am. I've said it many times. You can voucher my church.
Me and my best friend Mel Gibson really love Jews.
Yeah, and women. And women. Jewish women.
Jewish
Mostly.
women.
Mostly the Jewish women.
That's who we're trying to befriend and maybe marry one day. Jewish women.
I mean,
We're going to have to cut all of this.
I
Fuck.
know.
Do we have to? I love the chosen people. Okay. Anyway.
I will bring you in as mishpucha. Do you know mishpucha?
I don't know
Mishpucha is Yiddish for family. So now I've claimed you as mishpucha. So you can't kick her out because she's mishpucha.
There
You
go.
know what happens to Mother Joyce's family, Julia.
Yeah. Let me smell your hair.
Okay, question C. While filming The Shining, Jack Nicholson challenged the prop department with the skills of his former life. Nicholson was once a volunteer fireman, and those fake doors, combined with Kubrick's many, many, many takes, took the art budget a little too far. Just how many doors did Jack Nicholson break down in that famous little scene? Is it A, 30, B, 40, C, 50, or D, 60 doors?
Okay, so if this was Trivial Pursuit, we could eliminate top and bottom because that's how Trivial Pursuit goes. So it's either zero or it's like a million, right? And it's usually zero, right? But it's not playing Trivial Pursuit rules because you wrote this.
Because you wrote this.
You
Hunter.
wrote this. So
dare
considering
you.
it's Kubrick and Kubrick goes overboard with everything, I'm going for the biggest answer, 60.
You're absolutely right.
No way.
He was a volunteer fireman. They made these thin little cheap balsa wood doors. Eventually at door like 50, they realized he's not getting tired. These doors aren't looking good, and Kubrick will not relent until he wants the right look. So they just started taking doors from the other hotel rooms and putting them up because they ran out of doors. They ran out of doors to break down.
Wow.
So they needed, and he just chopped them down like they were nothing. He
The
was
willpower.
Wow.
It's called being a volunteer fireman. That no one ever writes songs called "F- the fire department" for real. They bring their A game.
Wow. I mean, firemen's for the win
Yeah.
versus policemen right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Next time you have a choice between your fireman and your policeman's ball, you know who could break down a door if you get stuck.
Oh, sometimes it's fun to just call the 911 and see who shows up. I was just feeling faint. My pulse seems erratic and spotty. Oh, I think I'm sweating.
Do you think you send anyone who looks like Jack Nicholson?
I've seen some of the BFD, the Boulder Fire Department, in action.
oh.
Yeah, so they're lovely.
Oh yeah.
They're a nice crew.
Well, while we talk about that and possibly contemplate all the calendars that could be come up with, we're gonna go on a short break. This is Dia Klein. She is a Colorado actress. She is an extraordinaire, and she loves children. And we'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's your boy Mike Rose from Grand Design, and I had a couple questions for you. Do you love R&B music? Do you love soul music? Or maybe you like hip-hop music? Do you ever wonder where it all comes from? Don't worry about it. Grand Design has got your back. We got this new documentary called BBBB, which stands for Breaking Barriers, Building Bridges. It's about the history of black music in America and the entire world and how it all relates to black civil rights. You don't want to miss this. It is coming out next week, July 6th, on Grand Design's YouTube. We're releasing the first 4 episodes, and it's gonna be dope.
And welcome back from break. We are running out of time, so let's get moving, huh, Hunter?
That's right. That's right. So, Dia, we are just really fascinated by your career. So we want to ask, what's next for you?
Here's breaking news.
Breaking news. I love that.
This is so cool. I am going to be in Vegas end of July to film a TV pilot called Kosher Nostra, about the Jewish mafia.
Speaking of Jews.
Speaking of Jews, l'chaim.
L'chaim.
I'm so listen. So this was a casting site. This was Actors Access, right?
Okay.
And I saw it on Actors Access, and I had done an audition for a play at the Dairy. Do you guys know the Dairy Center in Boulder?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really excited about the play, and they offered me the role. And I had just seen this audition for this TV pilot, and I was immediately, that's my role. I haven't auditioned, but I saw it, and I'm like, that's my role. That's mine. That's my role.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about. So, like, that was Tabitha for me.
And you just knew. You
Yeah.
just knew.
You just knew.
And so I asked the play people, I said, can you give me a week or, mid-June to find an answer from this TV pilot? And I was just like, I think they're going to, this is my role. And I did my audition, and she was like, this is you. This is your role. So I got the role of the Jewish mother in Kosher Nostra.
Way to
So I'm going to Vegas in July.
And we know you can't tell us too much about it yet, but what are you most excited about?
My character is a character I've never played before. She is the mother, but she's not a great mother. Oh, wait, have I played this role before? I love her relationship with her daughter. I love the scenes they have her in. I love her backstory. I love the relationship with her mother, with the husband. Like, when you have those moments where you're like, this is my role. And then I got the script and I started reading it, and things in the script just started jumping out at me. Like I just painted my toenails pink. I never paint my toenails. And they're like, the character has pink toenails. And I was like, well, that's a sign. It was just, weird things like that, where it's just like, I think I made the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
I think I made the right decision.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I think I do have a question for you, like talking to actors. I think it's okay to be picky.
Yes.
with
And
your
this was
characters.
tough because the Dairy Project gave me a sum of money. They said, here's a sum of money, a larger sum of money.
Yeah.
And it's not like I didn't want to do it. I would have said, I was like, I want to do this, but I'm prioritizing this other thing because it's not that I would enjoy it more, but I think this has better legs for me.
Yeah.
And let's remember, Dia, like the thing we want most for everyone here in Colorado, success, because you can be successful in LA, you can be successful in New York or in Las Vegas, but when you coming back and bring some sugar,
Bring in
back
that
home,
to Colorado because
Yeah.
this is my base. This is where I do my work. This is where I want to be doing all of the film, all of the plays, all the commercials. Like my goal is not to transplant myself and go to a coast. Like my goal is happy life, and my life is happy. and this is where my life is happy. So I want to support and build and participate in that community.
And that's exactly what we're trying to do. So when you make it in Las Vegas and you got your fur coat and your cigars and you're painting your toenails pink every day,
Every day.
you just remember the little people and remember to come back home to us.
Oh my
okay?
God. I'm only there like 3 days. It's just an hour-long pilot.
I know how deep you get into a character.
Be passed out drunk at the motel. What?
What?
Huh?
What's going on?
Is it movie time?
Well, and that's another note. You already have that job, right?
Yes.
You know you're going to it.
Yes.
What I see a lot of actors do here in Colorado is, without having a job, without having an agency or any understanding of the market that they're moving to, they go to LA. They go to Vancouver because they hear that
That's where the jobs are.
Because that's where the jobs are.
If they can get a work permit in Vancouver.
Well, that, and if they are able to work the network there and find the resources quick enough in order to survive, because it's expensive in LA, it's expensive in Los Angeles, and if you already have a home here, try to work your network where you are.
Yes.
And do what Dia has done and get to Las Vegas.
It's a 45-minute flight?
It's a great drive. If you want to play it from Aspen, you could do the whole Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas drive.
Oh, right. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Don't wear the same hat though. You're more iconic than that.
I wear a wide brim because I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to
like the
get
flower.
Yeah, I don't want to get burned.
Oh, I like that too. It's like going to San Francisco with flowers in my hair.
Oh yeah.
You could do that in Las Vegas and really
Do it
make
in
the
Las
town.
Vegas, and I'm coming straight home to Colorado.
Yes.
Cali ready.
Well, and another cool thing about being on those big sets is, like, if you come back and you do local film and then you make your name for a bigger production, then it helps.
It helps.
It helps all the other small little guys.
Absolutely.
And then,
Absolutely.
So good for you.
Absolutely.
Helping us out here.
Yeah, well, here's my hope is that the script is great. So my hope is that it goes into all these pilot festivals and it gets picked up, and typically stuff like that, if it gets picked up, it's going to get reshot as a union production and probably recast, but at least I'll have my foot in the door.
True.
Remember, you'll always have a job with us.
That's right. I'll be like, remember that thing I know? I don't have it anymore. Do you have any jabby stabbies for me?
Yeah, don't be that celebrity that's like, I'm too good for that
Yeah.
production now.
Oh, please.
Just remember, in 10 years, you'll be crawling back to
That's right.
jab and stab with us.
Oh, did the font run dry? Oh, surprise.
You know what never runs dry? The fountain of blood that runs from the filming oasis of Castle Rock, Colorado.
That's right, baby. Endless supply.
Endless supply. Well, you know
No
what?
exsanguination there.
I own
Blood,
that title.
taking away the blood. Exsanguinated is to have removed your blood.
Oh.
like when they do for autopsies.
You ever notice that? I feel like this show should be called Teaching Julia.
Teaching Julia. What did we teach Julia today?
What did I learn
Don't
in
make
this
fun
episode?
of the Jews.
I love the Jews.
Just remember there will be a spelling test after we end the podcast.
If you watch the X-Files, then you can learn all these big words. So I learned exsanguination 20 years ago from the X-Files.
Yeah, we're not just
Exsanguination?
eating dictionaries before bed, Julia. We're not eating a page out of the dictionary learning for osmosis. We just watch TV.
They just watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
What's the word again?
Exsanguination.
Exsanguination.
Don't worry, we'll put a phonetic chart.
We'll spell it out right here for everyone
There
to
you go.
pronounce.
There you go.
Exsanguination.
Yeah. or sandwich time.
This
or
is
sandwich
slowly
time.
becoming Sesame Street.
Really like hanging out with a friend. So
A friend who will murder you in your sleep.
Jabby Stabby 101.
just try not to keep your kids around her.
Yeah.
Not a
Or
good
cats.
babysitter.
Not a
Not a good or cat lady.
or a cat lady.
But
Break
she's
the cats.
an amazing actress, and you guys need to check her out. She has an Instagram.
I have an Instagram, Dia Klein official.
Official.
I'm official. Oh my god, yeah.
Just wait till you get the check mark.
Oh my god, the blue check mark.
the blue
It's
check
so
mark.
even.
Oh my gosh, girl. You're almost there.
Oh my god. So close. Oh my god, only have 14 million more.
Anything else that you want to plug?
Want to plug? You should go watch my YouTube channel.
Oh.
Because
Yeah.
I make really funny videos about my congenital anosmia.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fun.
That hasn't even come up, and it's usually the first thing that we
I
talk
know.
about.
We'll educate those who are going, what? I don't understand the words. Congenital, from birth, anosmia, inability to smell. So I have from birth the inability to smell. I don't smell, can't smell anything. So I make really funny videos about my anosmia, and I do funny taste tests, and I do sniff tests with Lumi deodorant, and it's fun. You should go check out my YouTube channel and watch people smell my armpits and me eat durian and surströmming. It's fabulous.
That does sound
That
amazing.
does sound
I'm going to
fabulous.
go watch it like right
Yeah.
after this episode.
Yeah.
Because it's whatever you're doing, you should.
Stop doing it and watch the locally produced film.
Foom.
Or, even better,
Film.
a YouTube channel about a woman who can't smell.
That's right.
Which sounds like a Cards Against Humanity card. But no matter where you are, if it's from Niwot all the way to Sterling, all the way up to the little Kansas border, jump on back here and just remember to stay creative, Colorado.
Yeah, baby.
Got it. Yes. The yeah baby was
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you
Yeah,
for that rendition.
baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, you couldn't have given me Austin Powers. Shagalicious. Yeah, baby.